Welcome back to the Girl Cave. I finally sorted all of my pictures in chronological order, and I had a stack of layouts that were already made but were not in an album. I managed to put them away in an album. They filled an album completely up, but there is a lot of gap in between the layouts. Some layouts are 2001, that jumps to 2003, all the way up to 2008, but they are not consistent. But that's fine. I put them in an album so they are protected, and I will go through all of my photos in chronological order, and as I create the layouts, I will, move the pages around and order more albums because I will need to do that. In the process, I found a few pages that for some reason I made them 8.5 and 11, which is not the size that I was working on. The only pictures that I was scrapping in 8.5 by 11 were my heritage photos, so I don't know how these got mixed in there. So I am going to take, and they're not that many, thankfully, maybe less than 10. Now these I'm going to redo, and I'm not going to redo the entire layout because you know what? When I look at them, they're not horrible. They're not completely horrible. They're decent. I like them, but I do need them to be in a 12 by 12 format. So what I'm going to do is pretty much place them on a 12 by 12 sheet and add a little bit more of a cluster to make it look like it was in a 12 by 12 format. So for this one, notice I don't like the blue frame, but I'm not gonna change it. And blue and green were the colors of his school, so that's probably why I did that. But I'm looking at it, and I know I don't have this paper anymore, mulberry paper. I don't have any of that, but I do have a few of these fern punches. Pull out a few sheets of paper, and I actually found one that has that fern, but it's too busy. It is way too busy, and even if I met the entire layout on another sheet, no, because I want to bring some of these little ferns on the edge and create a little border, and they don't really show well on this. They kind of get lost. I don't like it. I really don't like it. So I'm going to ignore this sheet completely and just go with this. I think just keep it simple, because I don't want to spend too much time on this. Because I have a lot of space here and I couldn't find anything else that I wanted to use with the ferns, I took a scrap of paper and I ripped the edge, and I'm just going to put it in here. But first I have to trim it to 11 inches. So let me take off an inch. This will be quick, simple. Not every layout must be a showstopper. I am determined to get these pages in an album this year, so I'm going with that. And now I'll take, let me see if I have any more of these. It like that, but I don't have the right color. Let me go through here, through my green one. First, I'll look through the multicolor, see if I find anything that I would like there. I've gone through my embellishment binder and I found a globe and then this says Super Dude, so it picks up that green and it has the blue. And I think I'm just going to create a little cluster down here and add some of these little ferns as a base. That will be my page. Super quick. That's the whole purpose. I want this one to look like it's on top. Let me bend the leaves a little bit. There we go. And then this. And I'm calling this page done. We're ready to go into a 12 by 12 album. So I looked at my original page and I saw blue and green and ferns and the mulberry page, and I just extended that a little bit more into a 12 by 12 layout. And it's simple. I did not have to redo the page. I did not want to redo the page. I just wanted it in a 12 by 12 format so it fits the albums that I have. For this layout, I just used another sheet of that basic gray paper, and I extended the orange and I put a little sandcastle sticker there and the word. And that's it. Super easy. Did not touch the original layout whatsoever, but it looks like that's how I meant to have it, as a 12 by 12. Now for this layout, I did not have any more of this color and I didn't want to use any more red or black. I thought it would look a little boring. So what I did was I used a stencil and I did the edges. So these are gears and he's in a fire truck. That seems appropriate. And then I'm just going to center the layout right there. Easy peasy. My next layout, I have 3 colors. I have the black, I have this burgundy red, and then I have this tan. I already went through my solid cardstocks and I don't have any of this color. And I have one that's similar to this. In reality, when I was trying to figure out if they were the same color, I noticed this is not even cardstock. It was a sticker sheet. So obviously I don't have any more of that. But if you look, I mean, that's very similar. It doesn't have to be exactly the same one. And what I have for this one is I have these black cut files. And I could use the small one, would look good. But I think I'm gonna go with the big one and put it on this side since I have the tag over here. And the other 2, I had already lined up the picture to the left side, so I wanted it to be a little bit different. And that right there, that's gonna be my layout. That is going to be my layout. I'm gonna line this up a little bit lower. So all I have to do is adhere my cut file first and then line up the 8.5 by 11 sheet. Look for pieces of paper, maybe scraps of paper that you've used in your 8.5 by 11. Look for coordinating paper. Look for elements that you've used in your page. If it's a Sue layout, then look for other Sue stickers or embellishments and create a cluster either on one of the corners or the top just to extend it, and use those coordinating papers. And if you don't have any, then look for the solid papers and get yourself a cut file. A lot of times you can find these for free online and then just cut them out in a solid color, and that's it. You don't have to redo your layout. Just put a large border sticker, a large embellishment on the side, and call it a day. Please don't forget to hit that like button And if you haven't done so yet, please subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you be part of my community. I'll see you again next week. Bye.